Well, I met Chris on a college campus, actually, at Rocky Mountain College in Billings, Montana. I was serving in the admissions office there, and one of my assignments actually was to interview the new staff members. So I had an opportunity to meet Chris when I interviewed her and said, I think I'd like to talk with her a little more.
I was really struck by his appearance. He kind of looked like Serpico. He had long hair that sort of touched the shoulders of his collar and a full beard and mustache. So when I met Dan, he looked very different than what he looks like now.
I asked her for a date, my first date. I suggested that we go to a baseball game.
Quite frankly, I really was not interested. I was interested in going out with him, but I really wasn't interested. And I think the conversation was something like, or my response was something like, I really don't like baseball.
So I had to quickly redirect and came back, I think, with a better offer. We went to a concert in the park.
Little did I know that a year or so later I'd be marrying Dan and marrying into a baseball family. And 35 years later, I like the sport very much, but for different reasons than Dan.
Baseball is a lifelong interest. I grew up in the Cleveland area, so fell in love with the Indians from Little League on.
We enjoy skiing. We enjoy downhill skiing and cross-country skiing. More cross-country skiing than downhill skiing these days, because as we get older and with bifocals and things like that, it becomes a little bit riskier.
We've enjoyed hiking in the mountains. Recently, we've done a lot more biking in this part of Ohio where it's not quite as hilly as Vermont. We can go further.
We really enjoy higher education. I mean, I hate to make it sound as if college and university life is our life, but we really throw ourselves into it. There are plays, there are concerts, there are gallery openings, there are athletic events, and so we find we do a lot together. We attend these events together, so we're really a team. Pretty close. We have two children, Matthew, or Matt, and Michael. Matthew's in Portland, Oregon. He's an actor. Michael will be starting a program at the University of New Hampshire in the fall. He's interested in going into outdoor education.
Michael's outgoing spirit and his personality is more like Chris's, and Matt's a little bit more introspective, and that's kind of my style a little bit more. So we have a similar split in that regard. The high honor and the true privilege of working in higher education is to see students develop and grow. And we saw this, we enjoyed the same thing with our own family, and we both enjoy that with the students with whom we interact and try to provide the environment that allows that to happen as deeply and as broadly as possible. A passion for serving others was engendered in me when I was an undergraduate at Ohio Wesleyan, and we have just gravitated to those opportunities at every other institution, particularly the institutions that have a faith-based quality about them, such as Wilmington being Quaker and ONU being Methodist. So we'll be very interested in trying to work with others to see how we can expand those opportunities and bring the resources of the university to the community. It's very important to us. What is really attractive about ONU is it's complex enough as a university to have a diversity of fields and wonderful faculty members in those fields, and small enough to have a sense of community. And so that notion of professional education and the liberal arts blending together and combining together in a community that's manageable, and scale is more human. That's really attractive, and we're eager and anxious to get to know the community better and to do what we can to make a contribution.